All right, let's cross back to Abuja, where we have Honorable TAIWO Brown with us to look at the political landscape. And before we were interrupted, I want to find out from you. I said, would there ever be a reality in the Nigerian political landscape of today that politics will be driven by ideology and not money politics, as some people would like to call it, or just the juggernauts who are the APC and the PDP?
Thank you very much for inviting me for this program. We're a political forum, going to be a political party of the far right, which is going to look into making things right in Nigeria, a renewed Nigeria. As you can see, what is going on in the Edo State at the moment, the ideology is not what we're practicing. For me to see a political leader on their knees begging, this is godfatherism. That's what we're preaching. And I really beg to differ that we need to stop this politics of godfatherism. This is what is going on in Edo State at the moment. Well, the Edo people should be able to choose. One time we were told Obaseki is the apple of the nation. Now Obaseki is not the apple of the nation. It's a shame. After so many years, and we're dragging ourselves into this political ground where we have to kneel down to beg the chiefs that they're bringing on. So, the political dichotomy of Nigeria need to change. That's why we're having a new Nigerian. 2023 would attest to that. The youth, again, I wonder, after the pandemic we've had, and this youth are still out begging, supporting these rogues, thieves. And again, the problem of Nigeria belongs, we are the problem of Nigeria. We need to change that.
You'll need to be seasoned with your words in terms of referring to people, and whatever accusations are being made be founded, please.
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
You will need to be seasoned with your words and your choice of your words on this program. It's very important.
Yeah, the important thing in here is just that we need a fresh nation where the people can trust our leaders, where people can trust our leaders to give us a good, accurate of things. With what is going on in Nigeria, and I'm so ashamed that our leaders, when they go abroad, they stone them to death. They will stone them because they found themselves wanting. When you promise the people, you need to deliver what you promised. Well, I'll revert back to the Edo State, which is the main content, which is the most important thing. The political dichotomy in Edo State, let the people choose, not to mock each other at the moment.
Indeed,
and again, I can see a lot of violence coming out of this.
Let the people choose. Let me come in there a little bit. Is it apt to say that the real opposition in Nigeria is between the rich and the poor and not between APC, the ruling party, and PDP? Is it apt to say that?
I can't hear Sorry, I can't hear you properly.
Let me repeat the question. I'm asking you whether it's apt. What do you make of the statement? The rich and the poor are not between the ruling party APC and the opposition PDP.
Thank you for that. The ruling party and the APC and the PDP, from what I gather, both parties are the same. I'm sorry. The people are, tired of this. They need a new breed of politician to come in on board to clean the slates clean. Now, at one time, we had some leaders who said they don't want godfatherism. And what are they practicing in Edo State now? Godfatherism again. Did they need to kneel down and beg the chiefs or the leaders there to allow their new candidate to come on board? Nigeria need to wake up. We need to stop this godfatherism. And that's why we're forum at the moment. We're going through the registration of, we're going to be a new party for a change, for the youth. We are tired. We've seen a lot of corruption going on in this country. I always use this word. I believe in Buhari himself. but I don't believe the evil around him. And there are some few progressive program they've done. But look at what we've heard for this past, we've heard for the past 2-3 months. It's a shame. We Nigerians need to cover ourselves with shame that we bring in this kind of level of leadership into the politics. So I urge Nigeria, let's hold on. You can see a new party, and if they can join a party that will not deceive them. And 2023, believe you me, one of the main things we are looking at how to cut corruption to the minimum. The corruption in this country is in every fabric of our institution. And we need to look at how we can we can cancel that until zero corrupt country. It's a tax that must be done. That's what we're looking at.
If I may come in here, you've spoken about your ambition to turn your current platform into a political party, and I'd like us to get into the nitty-gritty of a couple of things to do with that, because we have to speak about the multiplicity of political parties in Nigeria. I believe it was just last year that INEC deregistered 74 of 91 political parties in the country, simply because a lot of political parties that are out there don't end up having the weight to actually carry anything on the ballot. And it's become a problem. If we look at what's happened in Bayelsa State now, for example, where the party that is actually the party that has gotten the judgment against the PDP is a party that claimed that they were not put on the ballot. And these issues continue to happen. What is your take on the multiplicity of parties that we have across the country, and how do you really feel that another addition or another party can really make a difference to Nigeria's political landscape?
Thank you very much. Another party, I know they've registered a lot of political parties, the young ones who not, because their ideology is that every one of them want to be president. Well, what we are doing is we are trying to put them together. But when we call them, all they're saying is, I want to be a presidential candidate. I myself, I'm not a presidential candidate, unless the people, the party, say, okay, you've led the team. I'm just a leader working to form that. Going back to the Bayelsa, you have a sitting governor. It's out of the constitution. We've already done that. How long are we going to be doing this? If you have a governor, a sitting governor, and the constitution actually delays that when a sitting governor, they have that immunity. What is the case there? And again, does it progressive? Is it bringing us progressive into the state or regressive into the state? Changing. So I urge I'm sure they head into the Supreme Court to look at the ways they can do that. But all I know about the Constitution is that a sitting governor cannot be sued. He's a sitting governor. And no, that's a different interpretation.
Yeah, because he's not being sued, Samuel. He's not being sued. I mean, the gist really, like my colleague there, Leila said, is the fact of that. If I get it right, ANDP, the party is saying that INEC was wrong in not including them in the ballot. And you can't fault that. You can't fault the court. They're working with what they have.
Yes, I'm sorry, I take that back, not being sued. I mean, this is what we, Nigeria, after 60 years, or going to be 60 years, we're going round and round. All we need is refreshing our constitution, our political voting. We need to reform that so that we won't come across this anymore. Can you imagine since 2019, and now we're still dragging this? Where is the progress going to go? And I do totally disagree that, this is going to affect the Bayelsian people. It's going to affect the progress of political parties in Nigeria. So we need a reform where before they take the oath of office, that everything has been trashed out within time. That's my only contribution to that.
All right.
Yeah.
Comrade Samuel, I want to take you up on something very significant in terms of starting a political party and, more importantly, running a successful political party and campaign leading up to any elective office. Politics is expensive. And we've seen it play out time and time again. We're even seeing it playing out with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in the U.S. They are having to raise a ton of money to be able to finance the campaign. And in-for parties in Nigeria, we've seen it time and time again, especially in the last election, found it difficult to muster any kind of political muscle, financial muscle, to be able to run successful campaigns. How do you raise monies, understanding that it is expensive today to canvass around Nigeria to get votes? It is expensive today to be able to run politics, to be able to run election campaigns. How do you get the finances to be able to make your message heard clearly and reverberate across Nigeria?
Thank you very much. I'm a political strategist, and one of the main things we want to do, we want to cut off the godfatherism. The godfatherism is what's brought us here since 1960, and we want to try to trash that out. It's a new dimension where we invite the young. We're even inviting all the newly political party to come on board to join us. Let's form a unified party. Now, regarding the funding, each members need to look at the funding because members will be taxed. And not only will they be taxed to bring the funding in, we will have meaningful Nigeria. Who want a change in Nigeria? We want Nigerians, believe you me, those Nigerians who will try and say, yes, we've had enough of corruption, we've had enough of political dragging right and left. But it's time for us, meaningful Nigeria, who want a change. And when we call the change, the only people is the Nigerians. We want a party, you don't have to pay 10 million or 100 million before you can't candidate. We Nigerians will then vote for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Samuel Taiwo Brown, the chairman of the Nigerian Progressives Alliance Forum, for joining us today on Newsday to share your views with us. Good luck to you.